Hello, hello. Hi, Candy. How are you? Good evening. Hello, everyone. Let me go. Hi, sweet Vicky. Haven't seen you in a while. This is a live stream. If you're watching the recording, you're going to want to fast forward about 10-15 minutes. I give time for all our friends to get in. We chit-chat a little bit, catch up. Then we can start with the project. It is Wednesday, August 19th, about 4:45 here in the States where I'm at. Hope everyone is doing well. Sending love to all those in the live, watching the recording, and those at home in the lurking corner. We have Candy and Vicky and my sissy Pooh. Loved everyone coming in. We have Gigs in the house. Hello, hello. Goodwin. Hi, honey. Hope everyone is doing well today. Looks like the stream is going well. No bumps. Everything looks good. Hi, Christine. Dentist to dentist. Oh, that doesn't sound very fun. Hi, Shelly. How are you? Oh my goodness. Is this because you're trying to find the dentist of choice? Or is this because no one can help you with your uh, dental problems? Or both? Cheers, everyone. Coffee moment. Oh goodness. Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. Okay, I just clicked a setting. Are you guys getting an echo on your end when I talk? Just want to make sure that, what is this? I'm, hmm. play with those. Okay, good. Good. I just wanted to make sure. Well, I probably will need one other bit of paper. I'll use some. Right here at my fingertips. I have to go searching for it. I probably won't need any other than this. So this will do. Nana! Kidney infection. That's what it was. Yeah, I know that she's been running with infections, but we weren't sure what it was. It's good to see you on my stream. How you been? Where you been? I mean, I've seen you in other streams, but yeah, I seen Tori's post on Facebook and was going to mention it tonight as well when more people came in. But yeah, we're sending lots of loves and prayer out to Tori and keeping her in our thoughts, most definitely. Did you? No, really? Wow, ghost. Oi. Hope I haven't scared you away somehow. Give it a little bit. And I'll show you got a Happy Mail haul, and I got my my order from Stencil Girl this month. My body can't decide if it wants to be. I can definitely tell that the weather's changing. Hot one minute, cold the next. Hot one minute, cold the next. It's got to be due to the weather change. What's everybody been up to the last couple days? Anything newsworthy? Anything fun? Oh yes, going back to work is never fun. Never fun. When you go back to work after a break, then you're almost assured to be just as stressed or have more work to do than before you left. And you spend just as much time getting ready to go on vacation as you do, yeah. It's a vicious cycle, these things. It's 12 minutes in. I think I'm going to get started. Since I got started late anyway. So, this is this month's stencil. Oh, can you get long-term disability if you're only on short term for a while? I mean, if you're only on disability, you know what I mean. If you're only on disability for a short term, do they give you long term? I don't know if that makes sense. So let me get something for you guys to be able to see this. What did I pull the last time? Oh, well, this will work. I don't remember what I pulled. I gotta find my sheet that I had. But this is, and you guys probably, if you guys watched Seth and Mary Beth's, since January, yeah, Facebook Live, you would have seen these, and this one in use. This one's actually really cool. And this is the 6x6, and this is the 4x4. I did put a pause on my Stencil Girl stencils for a while. Finances with my home change, but I also have some other things that I want to invest in for the channel. So there won't be no Stencil Girl coming in the door for a little bit. So. So there. See, that's what I thought. I didn't think you could get long term unless you were actually not going to be disabled. I don't know. I'm not versed enough to say. And then I got my scrapbook.com order. Oh, and those of you that know the ghost, the sweetheart that he is, he was so sweet. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. No. Yeah. He brought me flowers and cookies and bottled water. Oh, okay. So then when you go back to work, you'd work what, part-time then? You're allowed to work or whatever? So yeah, that's what the ghost did yesterday. Because I couldn't get to the store myself, and so he brought me some yummy cookies and some water, bottled water that I needed. So I bought, you guys know I told you I bought some of the the Nouveau drops. That's what I got in my scrapbook.com order. And they were giving away a free... Oh, okay. A free Distress Oxide. Who can guess what color they gave me? That really wasn't what they could have. They could have given me any other color, and I probably would have been happy. But the one they gave me. Who wants to take a guess? Anybody? Oh, I'll use this one. No, that one would have been okay. Actually, no, I want to. How many I got? 2, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, I got 14, so I gotta do 14. Probably do this one better. No, silver or orange would have been. Hi, Barbara. You always forget your notes. Never know when you're gonna be tested. Sepia, yeah, right. Come on, Vicki. They gave me Pine Needles Green. Hi, Debs. Pine Needles Green. Now, I like green. There's certain greens I like, but could they give me any other color other than... I mean, I've been wanting the Distress Oxides and the sprays in this line, right? Been wanting them, but when, you know, the one free one, they couldn't give me a color that I would probably actually use more than the others. I mean, Pine Needles Green. Yeah, pop quiz, right? Okay, so these I'm not going to swatch out because they're kind of clear and white, and, well, you're really not going to see them. But this one, so this one is the clear, and this one's called Crystal Drops. Or Morning Dew, rather. But it's going to be clear. And this one is called Simply White. Yeah, it's random what you get. But I'm like, couldn't I just be, I mean, all my freebies have been great from them until this one. This one is called, this is our eggshell blue gigs. This one is Blue Babe. Blue Babe. So it's a really pretty blue. Yeah, you can't really see. It's a really light blue. So I guess I'm probably going to have to actually, let's see. Right? I don't know. Let's see if you can see it. If I know you can see the dot there a little bit, but let's see if you guys can see it. There we go. So see how really pretty blue that is? And get all my notifications off. This stupid thing. Okay, whatever. You're unfamiliar. What is it? What does it do if it is clear? Oh, it's just clear. Like you can see underneath it. Like if there's a like if you're doing a card and there's like color underneath it, it's gonna give you that dimensional dot, but it's gonna show the color underneath it. This is Calming Aqua. These are nice. I like these. More than I liked Stickles. I didn't really care for Stickles much. Neptune Turquoise. This one looks really pretty. Oh yeah, it is. And I can't wait to play with these. And you'll know why I purchased most of the colors that I did. This one is Caramel Cream. I mean, if you guys know me, you'll see why I got most of the range of colors that I did. ¿Qué pasó? Yellow, brown, gray hues in that blue? No, it's just a nice robin's egg blue. It's a really pretty blue. This one is Shimmering Rose. Oh, it did get the raspberry pink. Okay. I was watching a video last night and I'm thinking, oh, did I get that one? Did I order that one? There's other colors I want, but these are the ones I ordered so far. This one I already tested and I love it. It's called Dirty Bronze. Well, naturally, because I guess I should smear these, so I don't know if you guys will be able to. Oh, maybe. But you guys will see. I don't know. I won't smear them all the way. I'll just smear them a little bit so you guys can get a kind of sense of the color that's in there. That one's really light, so you can't really see it, but look at those yummy colors. And the shimmer. Yum, yum. Yeah. And Copper Penny. Naturally, anything copper or bronze I just have to have, right? Antique Rose. Very nice. And then this was a trio set of some of theirs. They have some that are in trio sets. So this is some of their other shimmers. Autumn Pearl. Yeah, I don't know what colors are in these gigs. It doesn't tell you, and the tones, the colors that they're made out of. This one's Silver Lining. And Pale Gold. I'm excited to see this, and please don't let me be disappointed. So far I haven't been. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. I like all the colors. So these will get used on cards. I got to get some of those holder thingamajiggers. Where's this one? Yeah, this one. That one. Yeah, I think so. No, it was this one, wasn't it? Guess it doesn't really matter. This one I don't even know. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So that was my Happy Mail haul. So we will be using these on cards soon. The only thing I have left to source now is laces and doilies and flowers. And I'm working on that. Oh, and I got Teresa and Joan might be sending me more die cuts, so if they send me those, then that's taken care of. But if not, then I gotta find, I gotta source more of that. Mixed media canvas. Oh, hi, Pookie. Hi, love. Okay, I want to see that canvas, ma'am. So yeah, oxide green. I want to get the sprays. That's my first thing I want to get is the sprays, but those sprays will have to wait. I want to get the card stuff. I got to get the card making stuff first. That's why I put my stencil girl on hold too. Because with my kids moving out, my finances kind of took a dive. So, yeah. And so I got to try to find it. And if anybody knows of good places online to shop for paper, fabric, flowers, and laces and doilies, besides auctions on here, I would be grateful. Go to this page, I guess. Looks like a good page to go to. Where prices are really under. I mean, I have the one place I want to go to. I just haven't been able to get out of the house to go there. Plus, you know, I just don't really like going out of the house anywhere where I might catch something. More now than ever because of the new medication I'm on. So, yeah. But I gotta want to go there. So, any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Oh, Nana's not here. She came and went, Pookie. As far as I know, I don't think she stayed. She just came in to talk about Tori, and then she left. Stop eating. Well, you gotta eat to live, so you or survive at least. You know, at least once a day. Yeah. So we are going to work with rice paper today. Naturally, I was going to do something else today, but I don't have the energy in me to do it today. I'm not really sick, but I feel like I don't know, not really a head cold, but I don't know. I've just been kind of feeling crappy today, so I'm like, I'll do something a little bit easier. That's where I don't. Because the thing I wanted to do would take me to have my full brain power, and I'm only working on half brain power today. So, one word, ramen. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a few of these flowers, and this is gonna be. We're going to work with this. We're going to go with boho kind of theme. Some of this image here out of this paper. And then this is going to be our background paper. And along with some of this. And then this is the stencil. This is the broken mandala stencil. I love it. So all things I love, and I wanted to do a blue page, and I love those roses, so we're going to do it. You know what, Ghost? Go sit in the corner. That's where you can go. It's not nice to talk to your girlfriend that way. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, now hugs. I'm not putting green on this page. Are you crazy? I mean, there's going to be some green, and there's going to be a green-blue on here, but no. Nope, we are not putting a whole lot of kind of green like that on this page. And do I want to... Where do I want to position everything? You bought Space Monday, huh? I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about, but oh, on separate paper. Oh, okay. I will. One moment, please. We'll see how that green looks. Hi, Belinda. You bought that. That was the. I understand the water and the cookies and all of that. That does not equate to. Yeah. No, sorry. I don't know if I want to put this at the edge of the paper or not. So I'm not going to cut that edge yet. Let's test this because Gig's right. Let's give this a different piece of paper to test on. I have tester papers over here somewhere. Well, I do. I can find one that's not got something on it or whatever. Oh, and it is very pine needles green. Ugh, not my favorite green, I gotta tell you. I don't quite know. I mean, I know these things work with water. And let's dry it. Where's my, am I plugged in? I really want to get the whole line in the pads and the sprays. Sprays first. It's like, this is like chromium oxide green in watercolor. The most unattractive green ever made. Oh, nice, Christine. Yes, magicals. Love them. Okay, Belinda. Yes, we'll definitely do Rice Paper 101 today, for sure. Through a stencil. Okay. All right. It is pretty neat how it oxides. Yep. Yep. Okay, she wants to try it through a stencil. Let's do that. Let me get another piece of paper. Find one that's big enough to put a piece of a stencil on, because these are usually my tester papers. This one, another one like that. So let's see. Let me get another stencil. A different stencil than the one I got. Oh, you know what? We'll just use the one I got right here, this one. Whatever this is. We'll just do this. A new stencil. It's pretty. It's pretty. Oh, you have this one, and it's pretty with some of the Lindy's. Oh, true, Barbara. Yeah, at least I didn't have to pay for the. You know what? That's a good way to look at it, Barbara. I didn't have to pay for the ugly color. This way, when I have the money, I'll only have to pay for the good colors. It's a good way to look at it. Positive silver lining. Which, in this case, because I'm on a different adventure right now, and I'm choosing my own adventure, it will be a while before I get to these. Yeah, I won't have to pay for this one. Oh, I don't give up. I'm just saying, it's not the most attractive green, but I do like when it oxides. I will say that. I like the effect that it does. That's why I gotta get these in time. In time. It'll be my next major investment. Will be all the sprays. I don't know, you guys down? You guys go far, far away. Far, far away in a land far, far away. So I'm going to bring you down a little bit. Okay, that might be a little too close. I'm just saying. Come on. Alright, we'll start, at least you can see this one, and then I'll raise up if I need to for the book. No. These are better if you do little spots of water. You get a better oxidation look to it if you sprinkle rather than spray. Yeah. I noticed that watching everybody use them. It's one thing. You get a better view or a better oxidation reaction if they're and you can really see it now that this one's dried more. You can really see that one. What's happening, especially like right there, and all those speckles. You really see it. The longer it dries, the more the oxidation comes out. So this one's like the oxidation on this one is really turning blue. So with the oxidation, it doesn't actually look too bad. See, and you can really see it there, all through here. Yeah, that's nice. But the green by itself without the oxidation, not so nice. Or not my favorite, I should say. But I would be more I would be more apt to use the sprays than the ink pads. Yeah, once it's dried and you do the oxidation to it, although these are nice, I want to get these to use on the jelly plate. Those are really nice on the jelly plate, or they're fun, I should say. The sprays are better to work on just papers, and these are fun to use on the jelly plate. So they each have their purpose, or better use purpose. Yeah. But you can use the sprays on the jelly plate too. I just think these are fun because, and you could actually use those on I could do those on my mat too. As you see, it just wipes right up anything left over. So, yeah, not too shabby. But I do like it better once you oxidize it. All right, so that's that. We've had our play now for that. But yeah, I do like it. I like it with the. Where do I need? This one. what? Unfortunately, I have been back at school with tons of work instead of time for, yeah. Aw. Gotta love new students, Deb. Gotta love new students. Especially when they're little and they're young. Alright, so back to project at hand. Oh, that's okay. That's right. Yeah, I think, oh, that gives me an idea. Okay, we're going to fiddle with this a little bit. We're going to leave some of the background showing behind this paper. So, now let's see. Then if I come down, leave that. Scoot that over. Like it was got like a cracked background. I like that. I'm going to do that. Something I haven't done in a while. And then, let's just go one for that one. No. This one, this one. This one, isn't it? Yes. And I think I can play with it, maybe at the edge. That. That's what we'll do. Oh, you guys are not even in view. Well, good grief. Let me zoom out. Hi, Dottie. My day. I love that darn cat. I love that darn cat. Okay, let me see what we're doing. Get you guys just in view, so you guys can see everything here. All right, let me see. There we go. And let me come over more this way. No, more the other way. Nope. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now you guys are in view. All right. And you guys weren't even screaming at me that you couldn't see everything. What the heck is wrong with you? I'm just saying. Actually, we're going to slide this one in a little bit more since we're putting this on the edge. And okay, yeah, we're going to do something like that. Sophia! I know, honey. Well, thanks for stopping in. Do I want to just, yeah, I'll just use my clear gesso. Or, yeah, I'll just use my clear gesso. Whatever. Oh, I've got like no water over here. Be right back, folks. Talks amongst yourself. All right. Now I'm back. And I apparently need to wash my brushes because my brush bucket is getting too full over here. It seems I've got too much crap in here. So the ghost tells me that I spoil his dog. And because I give him cookies when I'm there. Yep. You guys got to see his dog. Do I have any recent pictures? You guys remember his puppy, right? That we picked up last year? Or that I helped him get last year? Let me see. Because I have recent pictures, I think. Let's see. Let me find one. Oh, maybe they're on Facebook. Oh, I got one in Messenger. Show you guys. I'll show you how big this dog has gotten. You find him. Oh, well, that's not. Oh, okay. So this is this is him laying on the couch. Now this is a full-size couch, and he takes up most of the couch when he lays out, and he still hasn't even grown into all his skin layers and paws. Okay, that is how big that this dog is. Yeah. So, but I give him, and he says I spoil him when I'm there. Yeah. I think, and considering I'm there only like, once, twice, 3 times a week, maybe. No. Daddy is the one that spoils him. Okay, I need to put this one, where's this one going to come in at? This one's going to come in at right there. Yes, that's fine. You guys are so quiet. Did I lost you? You guys were still with the tour? Cat got your tongue? Or fingers? Or in the ghost case? 100-pound dog? I'm just asking for a friend. says I'm still recording. Let me see. No. Okay. Something is happening with my chat over there because I'm getting chat here. So, wait a minute. Let me... Why am I not getting chat there? Hold up, guys. Nope. Stop it. Stop it. Hello? Okay, stop this. Hello. I'm not getting any chat. There you go. I had to refresh chat. Good grief. Okay. Hi, Julie. How are you? I hope I didn't miss anybody else. Hug and love to anybody I missed. A small dog. Oh, you're talking about yours. Okay. Wait, I missed a lot. I had to go back. Okay. Yeah, we think he's cute. But he's definitely spoiled, and it's all Daddy's fault. I'm just saying. Hi, Shireen. Welcome. How are ya? Yeah, I got you guys now. I had to refresh my chat. It was lagged. I don't know why it was. Well, it wasn't lagged. It just wasn't moving for some odd reason. It just had to be refreshed. I don't know why sometimes YouTube does that. But thank you, Gigs. Remind me in like a second when I'm done putting the other side together. are you giving me a hard time today? Today is not the day for you to be not cooperating for me. Night, Sophia. Thanks for coming and stopping in, hon. Spit is needed. This is a spit-free zone, gigs. Okay. Perfecto. Okay. I like that. So far, so good. Okay. Now, let's talk. Let's dry this for a second, and then talk rice paper. Oh, good night, Debs. No, this is actually one of Marta Marimi's Small Arts papers, but choose any blue paper, Belinda, and I'm going to give you a second to catch up. Nope, I sure did not get that one spot. What is wrong with me today? I'm just like not with it. Now, that's better. Like, hello? Wait. Yeah, I had done that before. I don't know if I can find any of the work where I did that. It's probably, and you end up covering a lot of it, but it does add some unique texture. And you can, like, because I use watercolors, some of it will seep in those crevices as you're painting. Yes, you'll get me through. Oh, and yes, pictures. Where's my phone? Thank you. Yes. Very, very nice. All right. Did I? Oh, I didn't dry it enough. I stopped drying because I had to work out my spot. And I just kind of go along lightly with my hand just to make sure I don't have any air bubbles or any spots that I don't like. This is just a quick dry. And I usually, if you follow me long enough, you'll probably notice, and I don't know if I generally pick background papers unless they're, this text paper is really thirsty because it's really old. Unless it's text or kind of neutral in tone, I pick background papers that will go along with my focal point, even though I come in with gesso and kind of give it some extra love after adhering it down. I still pick papers that will go along with my aesthetic or my focal point. The spin issue, yeah. So that's just another tip that when you're working, um, unless you're going hog wild and you're using acrylics and you're doing, you know, major mixed media work on top of it, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're using a watercolor or water soluble medium, or a translucent medium of sorts, that's just my tip. I usually pick papers that go along with my focal point in terms of tone or texture and color. Unless it's, like I said, like a book paper or something that's neutral. And this quick dry is just to make it so when we start playing with the next layer, it doesn't stick to it where you don't want it to be. And this is just a quick dry, just to get it down and dirty quickly. Okay. So then the next layer is going to be my focal image layer. And I'm probably going to leave these untouched, these flowers. That's great. They kind of go with it. So this is kind of my focal point. I haven't decided if I want to put it in the corner or if I kind of want to bring it in. I think I might want to bring it in a little bit. But I do know I want to use some of these blue roses. And the thing to keep in mind when you're working with rice paper or napkins is that you typically want to have it bright behind it. Maybe not necessarily white, but pretty bright. And you can do that with acrylic paint. You can do that with gesso, sprays. I started using sprays last year, but I also like using the 13 Arts white gesso as well. But you, because it's not gritty, it's very smooth, it's very fluffy, it's very white, it's very nice gesso. But I had went from using the Fit-A-Bear heavy gesso that I was using to discovering a spray option. I was using Diane's Reevely's white linen spray for a while, and then I started using the 13 Arts white spray. And then when I got their white gesso, I realized this is actually very thin in nature, and I kind of like using that as well. So now I just need to decide where I want to put them. And what I do is, I don't, unless I'm fussy cutting them, I'll tear out my images and blend them into the page. And usually it's easier to blend in your images, regardless if they're rice paper or not, if you have torn edges versus straight edges. And I'm going to end up, if I put this in the middle here, I'm going to end up taking off these straight edges. I just got to decide where I want to put everything before I start ripping or cutting or fussy cutting. And that's kind of at the stage I'm at now, where I got to decide and plan where I want to put my stuff. I think I want to put one here, because I'm also going to come in with stenciling too, so I got to think about that. And I don't think I want to use any of the big roses. I think I'm going to stick to the small ones because our focal point here and the other flowers are kind of smaller too. And we don't want the flowers to overshadow the actual main focal point when it's on a smaller scale. So that's another thing to think about too when you're planning your page. Yeah, so I think I'm going to use a smaller size. And I think for flow reasons, I think I'm going to start here for my stenciling, and I'm going to come around and float it out this way. So I think I'm going to tear here now. You can water cut this. It's not as easy or as nice as working with napkins for water cutting, but you can. I just prefer to just simply quickly tear them out. Then to try to water cut them, because this rice paper you would have to water cut through the fibers, and it's a little bit it's not as easy as it is with water cutting through like napkins. And keep that one off, or want it to go that way, or do I want it to go in this way? Okay. And then that way. Oh, you know what we could do? Okay, let me refresh chat to make sure I haven't lost you guys. Okay. So if I want to bring up one of these, and I wouldn't necessarily mind covering up the one butterfly to incorporate the one rose in there, which would be fine. Okay, incorporate that on there somehow. And then 1, 2, 3. So this actually becomes an item in itself. So 1, 2, 3 areas of collage. Even though you lose this one if I put that in the corner, huh? I could put it off to the side. That might not be too bad, actually. Let me give a sip of coffee and think about this for a minute. Look at this in my screen, move my light out of my eyeballs. So don't want to cover up that flower for sure. That's on there. I want to keep that shining through. See if I like that. Now we have to have more and less taken off. That might not be too bad. Yeah, it was one of my must-haves when I was purchasing, because I purchased most of my rice paper from 2 places, itdcollections.com and Zandra's shop at Paint and Paper Studio. Those are my 2 places, main sources of rice paper. And when I was getting doing my last order through IDTcollections.com. I got this one, and no, well, you think if I put it in the corner, I'm not going to get very much out of it, Gigs. And although I would normally agree with you, and normally we would put everything in the corner, but we're going to lose it. Hi, Deborah. We're going to lose a lot if I put it in the corner, right? I don't want to give up this flower, you see here. So we lose a lot if I put it in the corner, right? And so if I put it up here on the side, we can keep more of the rose bunch, and then I can still get my flow on the page with the stenciling, and I can always come in with a little bit of stenciling here to cap this corner. You follow me? You dig what I'm dishing out? You like the rosebud? Yeah, that's what I one here, right? Coming in from the side. I like the position, right? One, I'd confessly cut this one and replace that butterfly, and put the rose over the what do you call it? So it ties in, and then these two get put together here in this corner, right? And then that way everything kind of flows, and then we come in, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so now that I've chosen my placement, yeah, I'm definitely gonna, I'm gonna keep them at the side. They're gonna connect with this flower, but yeah, I definitely like the side. You guys know how I am. I like to put things upside down and unique on my pages. So I'm definitely liking that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my gesso, and I just use my finger, and I'm just going to go in here a little bit and lightly put in some white. So it gives it something to sit on. And that's going to get torn off. See? So it'll be easier to blend it in because it's torn. Yeah, it's going to look really nice there once it's all, yeah, so that's good. We'll leave that. Pull that over, let that gesso dry. And these, yeah, I think, yep, I'm going to leave that one be over that one. We've got to tear off this, otherwise it'll show through, and I don't want that. You know what? I don't want that either. Maybe I'll just take that off. Come on. Come on. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to tear the fibers in the paper. Which way do I want it? Let me put my coffee over here. I want it that way. And behind it. No. like it that way. All right, but whatever. Wait, where do I need to come out at? This one's still going to come in. And you don't have to be precise. I just like to get like an idea of where my stuff is going to go. So I make sure that it's kind of white there, you know. I don't mind a little bit of the words, and especially if it's book pages or tissue paper that's got words on it, or you know, what do you call it, geometrical lines and stuff. I don't mind those being so prominent behind my or coming through on my rice paper designs. I don't mind those showing through. That just adds interest. But I don't want it, I don't want something really bold and dark to show through. Okay, so this, now, I am going to cut this off. I'm going to give this a trim. That's going to go right up smack dab there, sort of not really in the middle, kind of more over to the third of the book. And then this is going to get torn. Because, again, torn edges will be able to be faded in better than not. So, make sure there's any questions. They are gigs. I didn't know that. Okay, nice to know. Now I know. Well, you didn't. I did make that rose bag. Now that makes more sense. Yeah. Well, I come in and do my halo swooshing, as I call it. See, most of this is white. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to or the text paper. So I'm going to come in and just bring, how far do I want to bring it over? Look good there. I will do my smear, as we've been known to call it, a little too, afterwards. You guys, you know, have seen me do that. And I know we're unfortunately we are losing our lines, but they will show through the rice paper once it's down. They're not going to be as prominent, but they will show through a little bit on once the rice paper is down. Because the nature of rice paper is for it to be very translucent. So, okay, yeah, I'm going to like that. Okay. And then this I have to fussy cut. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah. You missed the smear. The smear takes a little bit of time. You'll figure out the right method that works for you. Some people like the heavy gesso. Some people, you know, like that heaviness on their page, and they make it look beautiful. I'm not one of them. I like it thin. I like it to be like a haze, because I think that it brings light to my work, and which been confirmed by people who have seen my work and have said the same thing without me even asking. And it gives like a glow in doing so. Like it, you know, it just does something. You know, and everybody has their own way. It's not to say that having heavy gesso on your page is a bad thing. You know, this is just my way of doing things, and my way is not necessarily the right way or the wrong way. It works for me. So you got to figure out what works for you. I think I'm going to leave those and that one green leaf there. I think I'm going to leave all the green on there. It's supposed to be hanging on the outside, right? If we want this to be authentic looking. And that really light blue butterfly probably won't make a difference, I don't think. We shall see. Yeah, maybe something like, but then we have to take away the back part actually. Otherwise it's going to have, well, maybe not. If we put it, that might not be too bad. Yes, hello and welcome to all the lurkers. Love to everyone coming in. Anybody I missed, I do apologize. My chat's been acting goofy on my end today. Actually, I am going to, yeah, you won't be able to see the butterfly in the back. Will it look better without that little bit behind it? Let's see. Nah, I don't think it's going to really make much of a difference for me. So, and if this is hanging, this is like a wall, we're making this like a wall behind it, and it's hanging on the wall, it would have that wall behind it. And I think it'll look weird if I try to take that off. Okay, so my gesso is pretty much dry now. That one little spot is dry. Yes, thank you, Christine. I do appreciate all the support and love I get. It's really, really important. If you want, I would not object if you guys wanted to share this on your social media, or yeah, invite a friend to come and hang out with us. That would be awesome too. Subscribe to my channel. All awesome ways you can help support me. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do right there. That's going to, oh, that's going to look so nice. Okay, so now you can use a medium of your choice to glue this down, whether it's PVA glue or whatever. I would use a liquid medium to glue your rice paper down. I prefer clear gesso. Brand doesn't really matter, although I have my preference again, but you use what you have. You can use matte medium, you can use whatever. I do recommend using clear gesso for napkins and rice paper, but you use what you have, because I'd rather you be creative than not. So don't feel like you can't do it or play along because you don't have a product that I have. That being said, if you like creating pages in my similar fashion, I would recommend investing in some sort of clear gesso. You will be happy for it later, I promise. It's just, clear gesso is just a little bit easier on your rice paper element and napkin elements than any other medium that I've experienced. I know there is, like Barb Owens uses a PVA or a perfect paper adhesive glue. That works really well, but I have not personally used it. I know that you can also use Yes Paste in certain applications. So there are other things that you can use. just know your products, right? And just be gentle. And more so on your napkins than on your rice paper. Wait, actually, make sure you have enough adhesive in that crease. Seeing which way I like it better. I think I like it better that way. That's the way we're doing it. That's the way I like it. Okay. Alright. Now this needs to go something like no. How did we? I know you were like this, so it was like that. Perfecto. All right. Now you want to do the schmear. Now, basically this is to hide any unwanted edges that you feel are not attractive or to merge things. Hi Jen, how are ya? Thank you. So for me, for this page, and I want to bring a little bit of light to it, right? Like I love all the dark colors. We love the blues, right? But we want to bring a little bit of light to it. So that's one reason why I do this step. And another reason is to merge any gaps. Now, unfortunately, as you're seeing, and once we dry, you'll see a little bit more of it. But we did, unfortunately, and it's the nature of mixed media, we covered up some of our lovely cracks that we created in the paper. But I am going to go through and I'm going to hide, like I don't want this straight edge here, right? And I need to kind of make this edge where these two papers meet kind of meld together a little bit. Everything else is kind of fine, but if you have a lot of straight edges, that unless you're doing a geometric piece or an abstract piece, you may not want those. So that's what this does. And you, again, you can use it to bring in light where needed. But I caution not to be like me. Sometimes I get very heavy-handed at this phase, and I can end up covering too much of my background. So just be careful about that. Because we're also going to be putting in some stencil work, right? But I know that my stencil work is not going to be up here. So I'm okay with that. My stencil work is going to come down here and come up around there. So that's where I want to concentrate on any places that's not in those places that I want to do the schmear. And cover up or kind of push back, knock back, because I don't mind some edges. Some straight edges are nice. But I kind of want to make everything a little bit cohesive. Okay. So that's, I mean, this is this is a personal thing. And if you're doing work you plan to sell, I mean, you are going to want to learn or find out what for you that means, what part of that works. If you're just doing it in a journal, and you're not taking it to market, then it doesn't really matter, and you don't really necessarily have to do this step either, right? I do it just by habit because I've been doing it for so long. And I also, advertise that anything I do in my journal, I can do on a painting or a piece that I can do for sale. I mean, that's kind of it's kind of why I do pages in my journals, that I want to showcase my work, right? And so right away, with just doing the simple little bit of gesso and lightly, you still get the darkness and some of the colors showing through the stencil, or through the gesso. But right away, the piece is a little more cohesive and more put together. And we hide some of those straighter edges, but we also bring in some light into the piece. And I'm going to not bring in too much, because her papers, Martha's papers, one thing about them is they're lovely. They have a lot of light in them when she created them, so I don't have to put too much down at this phase. I think I'm going to stop there, in fact. And now we're going to dry this, and then we can go on to the gesso, the stenciling. And then if we need any more white, we'll do it at that phase. But I think I like, so far, what we have there. Actually, let me bring in probably don't need to put any there, but just want to kind of bring in a little bit there. So it kind of looks like flowers in space, maybe, or something like that. Kind of reminds me of a, like we're, I don't know, like we're out, stuff is like floating in space or something. I think it's because of all the papers and geometric. I love it. I'm loving this page. All right. Oh, yeah. I had to start my screen, so I had to move them. Yeah, if you want to run whenever, I'm going to go right now. Okay. If you don't want to get that one thing, then just tell me, just get whatever, and then I'll tell you what I want.
Well, you don't want drink, do you?
No.
Okay, then maybe everybody will get them too.
Yeah. And then we can just get onion rings or whatever. It is, Barbara. Absolutely. A boho dream. Oil my cord. Are we looking for keys? Oh, I don't know. And I just want to dry this so that my stencil, when I go to do the next phase or the next layer, doesn't stick to the background, because when you go to pull up your stencil, you're going to pull up all this yumminess that you've just created. The last thing you want to do is have your stencil stick to your background. I'm going to a couple things. Fix my corner. There. Check all my corners. And I'm going to put another little bit in this spot right here because I don't like the way the creases are always the hardest to work with. Or the crease of the book. So I want to make sure that I've got a good cohesion there. Hi, Laura! Gigs. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Oh, Cherie, that's wonderful. Well, it won't be much longer. We're gonna do a quick stencil, dry, and then we paint. It won't be much longer. This will be a quick one today. I'm only using a couple colors. And then we'll be done. And if you guys want the Martha's papers that I used in the background, you can get them on her website, MoremiSmallArt.com. She's actually getting ready for her second release, which I should be getting notification soon that it's ready, and I will let you guys know that too. So definitely look. All the shops that I like to shop at are in my description box. There's a link that says affiliate links and recommended shops. Click on the Google Doc and it'll take you to a list of shops that I support and recommend. I am a big supporter of mom and pop, small shops and independent small businesses. So Marta is a sweetheart. If you guys don't know her, she is on YouTube and is fantastic. I suggest you do look her up, and her link to her YouTube is also in my description box on that Google Doc. She has lots of yummy stuff to see on her channel. I'm on a timer? I didn't know I was on a timer. Or are you asking me if I'm on a timer? And this is one of her stencils from this release this year. Or, I should say last year, actually. Yes, Marta's papers are fantastic. Today I'm going to use Prima Finnabair paper texture paste. I love this stuff. Where's my... Oh. Oh, I just put myself there. Okay. I'm turning the stencil to figure out, I twist and turn it to get different, when they're not, when they're kind of like this where you can turn them and you're not looking, I usually don't go for like one whole design of the stencil, especially when I'm using it for background work. So you'll see that I twist and turn it a lot, and I just look what looks interesting to me at that one particular spot. So I'm sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. It just happens to be what I'm looking for at the moment. Some there, we got a little bit everywhere. Okay, that looks good. I like that. Make sure that there's not enough flowers. There's Pookie. She's on a roll. She is spitting out the links, guys. Check out those links that she's got going on. I swear I have the best mods in the business. Thank you, Gigs, for helping me stay on track today. And, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to set that. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Working on it. We're getting there. It can always go south. You know, there's always a chance of that. Oh, I did not remember to bring out my mat. Somebody failed. Somebody failed. Okay. And I didn't bring a bucket of water today. Judy did not remind me to get a bucket of water or to bring out my mat. Judy, you are mat control, and you forgot. Probably should have put this in an extra book, but I really don't have one handy at the moment. Judy, get your cup out. I'm AWD, girlfriend. AWD. Yeah. Usually, for pictures, it's initial background, and then after the final background. So anytime at this phase. So first background and second background, basically. And this is definitely something I will share and give to those. I've been sharing my papers, my handmade papers that I make, and pictures of my backgrounds and stuff with those that are my members on my channel. They are free to all my members to use for personal use. If they want to use them for commercial, then just let me know. But so if you are looking to become a member, don't be shy. Know that this, you know, I might make this one September. This is a pretty good one for September. Okay. Which reminds me, I gotta get September's prepared, and I gotta do August's video. It is the middle of the month. Shawnee, you are behind. Oh, I should be putting up the new studio tour with sometime this next week for everybody to see. Now that I completed it for the most part. Right, so put you over. Actually, no. You guys need to go over here out of my way. Over there, where I've been putting you. Okay. Now we dry. Full dry. You don't really want to go in, unless you're using acrylics, and it don't matter that much. But if you're using, if you're doing this kind of work, you really want to go for a full dry. Definitely for your paste. Any kind of stencil work with paste and that, you want to make sure it's completely dry before you go in with your next layer. That's awesome, Laura. I did see that post. I think I commented, or I liked it. I know I liked it. I may have commented too. I don't remember. But I did see your post about that. That's awesome. Just right there is fine. Thank you, bud. Yeah, I know. I know, hon. You know, I was going to do green, but I think I'm going to go with something that's going to go with this. I think I'm going to use my gold ochre instead of my green. We're going to go and then throne, yeah, or indigo, one of the two, maybe indigo. And then I will use the gold ochre that I have from Primer instead of the green. I'm feeling the yellow, I'm feeling the gold. Then we'll do rose gold accents. Yep. Oh, that'll be nice, Barbara. Yeah, I hope he does. That'll be really nice. I'll use the one I was originally going to use. More state? Are you expanding, or is more going on? Well, none of my business. Never mind. Yeah. Did you post pictures yet, Laura? Or no? To know if your page is dry, you can touch it with your hand or the back of your hand, and you'll know if it's dry or not. I don't think the bird is going to be an issue as long as you don't post links. That, or, advertise for self-promotion. I don't think they're going to, I think stuff like that is okay. I know I've seen other people do personal type posts that are, life related. I don't think that's an issue. I mean, you can always ask too. But I don't, like I said, you're not posting a link or anything. Oh, that's another thing too, guys. If you're not aware, Maremi has a Facebook page, the Creative Cafe, on Facebook. So you're always welcome to go and apply to join us there. We share all kinds of arts, and there's art from all kinds of levels and all kinds of genres and types, and all kinds of good stuff going on over there. Normally I would start with my lightest color, but in this, I think I'm going to go in with my blue to start out with, because I don't want the blue. I don't want to come in with the blue later and overshadow my gold ochre here. Oh yeah, budgies are usually pretty quick to acclimate, especially if you get them young, you know. Yeah, they're usually pretty quick to acclimate really well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And those that have been following me, most of you know, I usually paint with 2 brushes. That's just the way I do. You don't have to. Do what makes you comfortable. Bring this in here. Get my spray bottle. Do I want this one today? No, you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to use my little one. I'm going to get my clip. Ooh. Butcher's tray? No, actually, that is the 24 set block tray to Inktense. Or is that my pencil? It's one or the other. And I turned it into a palette. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see the remnants of it, but yeah, it was a block 10. Wait, is this good? Just want to make sure that this is good to go. Yeah, it should be. It should be. Yeah, this is the right glue. Let's just. Yeah, that's Loki. He's just making his rounds. Bye, Jen. Have a great night. Always mind your paper when you're working with a water-soluble medium. Watch where you're going with it, where it's going as well. Because watercolor never stops moving until it's dry. And it's going to follow the water. Especially if you play with it the way I do, where you have it on an incline. It gives it momentum. So keep that in mind as well. Thank you, my Judes. Oh, good night, Laura. Aw, thank you. Take care, hon. You may have drifted off. That's quite okay. Then you missed my AWD. Or unless you drifted off after that. dry this. Thank you, Dottie. We're getting there. Good night, Dottie. Thank you, my Judes. Good night, Dottie. Have a great night. Sleep well, my friend. Okay, hon. Talk to you tomorrow. Hello, Sassy. Give it a minute to cool down. Then we're going to go in. I'm going to be a little more judicious with my secondary color because I want it to be in certain places. If you wanted it to mix, then you wouldn't dry necessarily so much. And you could go in full force with it. Gigs, here's our color. Let's see, this is going to be, yeah, this will be fine. Perfect. Oops, get off there. Yeah, definitely going to want to brace yourself, honey. Christine? I'm sorry to hear about your dad, Sassy. Welcome back. Okay. Let me see this now. I'm liking it so far. So good. All right. Let me go. All right. Now let's dry that. Thank you, Coon. mostly going in with mostly straight color at this point. glue it to spaghetti. Oh my god. Just make sure it's not toxic, right? Now, if you're you're not accustomed to shading with a brush, go ahead and use a pen naturally. Thank you, Barbara. Again, any journal pages you guys have seen in the past on my channel, or you see me do from currently or whatever, again, I can make those into paintings. They don't just live. I paint in my journal, so I don't have a lot of inventory overhead. So if there's something you guys like, I can put it on a canvas and send it home with you, kind of deal. Okay, so I think I'm going to shadow this one. These are popping here. I like that. Give them maybe a little bit of shading here. Pop out these flowers just a little bit. Remember, when it comes to shading or making something pop, contrast is your best friend. So if you have something dark, put something light around it. If you have something light, put something dark around it. Especially if you're using the same colors that are already in your piece, that's going to be your best bet. Yeah, it's rice papers. It's a collection of papers from Marumi Small Art that's in the background. Book pages. Eclectic mix of sort. But see how the flower was barely there, but once I put that dark line there, you get that contrast. And a lot of people, if you're looking at your piece and you're not sure what's wrong with it, it's probably contrast. And again, it could be light versus dark or dark versus light. If you're not used to floating or shading with a brush, again, use a pen. Use pencils. Hi, JR. Weren't you here on Saturday? I thought. Maybe not. It might have been last week, Wednesday. Could have been. Anything's possible. Alright. Get that shade in there really good. So that flower pops a little more. Alright. Just going to get a little bit under our roses here, because they really are the main flowers of today's production. Just so they stick out a little more. It might be. I know we've, you know, I can't remember yesterday. So. Go. Just that little bit just really makes them pop. Bud, you off today?
No, I just woke up late.
Oh.
That's fine.
I was like, I didn't know. I thought you'd left already.
I'll be a little bit late to work, but they don't give a fuck.
Streaming.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, stream.
That's
sorry,
okay.
I wasn't swearing at my mother this time. I swear.
That's gonna be forever the thing now.
Stream, please don't go on YouTube and comment.
All right, go take your shower and go to work. I thought you'd left already.
No.
Oh boy, that's gonna be forever the thing now. Okay. All right. Thank you, JR. All right, let's dry this baby up, because everything always looks different once it's dry. And see what we've got going on here. Here down flat. Sorry for rocking the camera. I put my clips on the tripod legs. It helps me keep track of them. So he did slightly, Gigs. It was very low in the background. Nothing to hear here. Nothing to hear here. Move along. More AWG Judy, more AWG. Oh, you guys crack me up, I tell you. She's right. Oh. You never met your mom, eh? No, he didn't. Okay. As I'm drying, I can see where sometimes I may not like a certain thing, so I might go in and clean it up a little bit. I like this drip, but I want it to be less, a little less. Just a little less. Yeah, but going?
Yeah.
Alright, drive safe. Love you.
Man.
Thank you.
Alright, stream, I'm going to work. No more F-bombs in the
No more
F-bombs.
June said, it's just so satisfying to use the F-bomb in a sentence.
Yeah, guys, what the fudge?
Fudge cookies. I just love how that paper paste, just with the watercolors or magicals, or oh, it's just so yummy. Achoo! Sorry about that. Go sit down, fools. Go sit down. Nothing to see here, dogs. Move along. That's not Loki I'm talking to. It's other canines in the roost. that's where it's needed. A little bit there. Okay. All right. I think it's done. All right. Let me finish drawing. I had to make my mark. Well, you know, I used to be really OCD about cleaning my palette, and I still kind of am. But when I separated my wells and made them color specific, with this setup, when I put the hot glue in and suction them off, now I don't clean them as much. So like this houses any blues. This houses my greens, my pinks. This is for like browns and oranges. This is for like, this will either be like my neutral tint or my off greens or blues, depending on what I'm using for at the time. And this is for like yellows and that. If it gets where sometimes, like here, a little bit of the green has seeped through into the gold ochre I was using, before I go to use it the next time, if it gets, I'll wipe that up. But like with the blues, they're all the same color family. I really don't clean them up as often as I used to. I don't feel the need to so much now that I have the palettes separated. Back in the day, I thought, I couldn't learn how to paint with mixed color. Like I had to have clean mixes all the time. Like I wasn't savvy enough. Now, because I've been painting for many years now, I'm more savvy in terms of knowing how far I can go with that dirty palette. Before I have a problem with a dirty well. But I would say I don't know, every once in a while, really, and it's just usually those two wells, the yellow and the neutral tint / green on the two sides that I clean the most. The blue and the pink hardly never get, and the green, those rarely ever get cleaned now. And I don't seem to have a problem with bad mixes or anything. Yeah. Now if I'm going in with a turquoise, a cobalt turquoise, I'll clean a well for that. Because I don't want to mix that with my other blues that I got, my blue palette that I got going on, because that's gonna give me an untrue color. So if I'm looking for a pure, true color of what the pigment I'm using, I'm not going to use a dirty well. So that's another thing to consider too. Yeah. But paint's expensive, and I'd rather not, I'd rather not waste if I don't have to, right? Lighten this up a little bit, I think. All right. Not as light as I want, but whatever. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this I don't like. This spot right here. It's a little dark. Used to fade in. There we go. Light into that a little bit. There we go. I think I'm lighten this up a little bit on this side. Alright. Alright. So that. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I won't waste the paint. I'll put it on something. Yeah, absolutely. I don't waste it. I just won't use it on a piece unless the shade that it mixes to is something that I'm okay with. But yeah. So let me hold it up here so you guys can see it up close and personal. Everything pops nice and pretty. Yeah, I'm liking that. Move over here a little bit. Yeah. And I'm not even going to put, you've been watching from the clouds. Aw, you came down to say hi and say beautiful. Thank you. We do got to cut off the little bit of extra we have there and up here in the corner as well. And then I usually don't close my journal, especially when I'm working with such wet medium. If you're doing acrylic, you can usually, but I no matter what medium I work with, and I don't use acrylic, I haven't in years. Everybody that's been following me knows my problem with acrylic. But I always let my journal air out, and I let it what do you call it, cure for at least 24 hours before I close it, especially if you're using paste. Thank you, Shelley. Night, Sherry. Thank you, Kuhn, Christine, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. Saturday, we will either do the special project that I was going to do tonight, or we will do the giraffe journal page. So one of those two things are happening on Saturday. Nothing, if I get time tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll get time to put anything up tomorrow. Depends on when, what's going on tomorrow. But Friday, I'm going to put up a couple videos. I have a product review that a company sent me to do, and I have the walkthrough to do, and a watercolor I need to get put up again now that I'm back up and running. I did put a new one up the other day with some bonus footage. Bye, gigs. Good night. Judes, you too. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. So stay tuned. More content to come. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me, and your support means a lot to me, more than you know. So bring a friend next time. Share on your social media. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. Love to all those that lurked today and all those watching the recording. Stay happy, healthy, and stay artsy, my friends. Yes, JR, watercolor. It is the bomb. I love it. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a great evening. Bye, everyone. Take care.